And furthermore, what it seems like to me, that's I don't know, but it seems like to me somebody's been ripping us off since '88 or '90. Someone sent one of our tapes to somebody. I'm not sure who. And what they heard, they liked, but they couldn't do anything with it. So what they did was decide to keep tabs on it and come back periodically and steal from us. That was our sound before it was theirs. They honed it, they trimmed off the fat, they sharpened it, and they made it more presentable and politically correct. Yeah, sometime around 1990, and they waited about 2-3 years before they decided to outright jack it. I'm led to believe it was during when I was in middle school at fucking Oneida that some girlfriend. It could have been Kathy's parents. It could have been Farah's mother or boyfriend that sent a tape to somebody, to some record label, and they decided to wait a little while and say, let's cash in on this punk thing. And then all of a sudden in Albany, 2-3 punk bands start popping up. And I thought that was fucking odd. I'm like, wait a minute. We couldn't get a gig anywhere doing this. You had to do punk rock in your garage when you weren't playing metal, Because they only booked metal bands at that time. There was no such thing as grunge bands, really. No one was really grunge. And isn't that one of my father's stage names, too? The Crun Brothers. And their name was Crun and Scrunge. And then came grunge. And even my father thought that was odd. He's like, I'm Scrunge, and that's Crun. We got our name from the Nurk twins, the Beatles, Nurk backward, Crun, Scrunge, and Crun. That was in 1990. Yes, I think my father, one of my girlfriends, somebody that we know, had good intentions and sent, without us knowing, a press kit. I had a business card for a long time. I got my first business cards, and because that's what people had back then, business cards. And I would give them my business card, and what was I going by at the time? It was either Pope or Christ or Reverend or one of those names I was using, and it had my number on it. And we had a press kit because I did all the photos, and I had newspaper clippings, and I had all my work experience. That's what I think happened in 1990, and they waited about 2 years to steal our sound and cash in on it. That's what it was. And somebody probably heard that I was a big Jane's Addiction fan, and they probably heard the lyric, "Cash in now, honey, going down the mountain." That's what it seems like to me. Because then all of a sudden in the area, somebody came to me and said, "There's a punk band out there," you know. I'm like, "No, there's not. Punk is dead. We do punk. I sit in my room and do, when I'm not playing with my band, I play Misfits songs and I play Sex Pistols songs. We can't get a gig doing that. You know, that was like doing vaudeville or like doing the Hucklebuck or some shit. No one ever thought of doing that. Punk was over. That's like, oh, there's a new disco band in your area. A disco band? What the fuck? Disco's dead. Yeah, but all of a sudden there's the second wave of punk after grunge. It seems strange to me. And it seems like a rip a rip off the old block. Yeah, they did. I mean, everybody knows it. I know it. They know it. No one wants to admit it. It seems like they took the chops of Mike, combined it with my drum fills, and that was their sound. They took my double track guitar sound, which I thought was fucking odd too. And you're just a little kid. You're just thinking, huh? I guess I was too late for it. No, I wasn't too late. I just got ripped the fuck off.